Long ago, deep inside a vast green forest filled with towering trees, sparkling rivers, and colorful birds, there lived a small boy all alone. No one knew exactly where he had come from. Some animals believed he had been left behind when he was a baby. Others thought the forest itself had chosen him as its child. The boy had no house made of bricks. Instead, he lived in a cozy shelter built beneath the roots of a giant banyan tree. Every morning, he woke up to the cheerful songs of birds. The squirrels became his alarm clocks. The deer were his friends. The monkeys were his playful companions. And the forest was his home. The boy knew every path, every stream, and every hidden corner of the jungle. He could climb trees faster than most monkeys. He could swim across rivers like an otter. And he could run through the forest without making a sound. Although he lived alone, he never felt lonely. The animals treated him like family. But one day, something unusual happened. As the sun rose above the trees, the forest seemed strangely quiet. The birds stopped singing. The monkeys stopped jumping. Even the wind felt different. The boy noticed that all the animals were looking toward the northern part of the forest. Something had frightened them. Curious, the boy followed the trail. As he walked deeper into the jungle, he discovered giant footprints pressed into the muddy ground. They were larger than any footprints he had ever seen. Much larger than a tiger's. Much larger than an elephant's. The boy's heart began to race. Who could have made such enormous tracks? The mystery pulled him deeper into the forest. The trees grew taller. The shadows grew darker. And the footprints continued ahead. Suddenly, he heard a loud rumbling sound. The ground trembled beneath his feet. Leaves fell from the trees. The boy quickly climbed onto a branch and looked ahead. Far in the distance, he saw a huge shape moving between the trees. It was covered in thick brown fur. Its footsteps shook the ground, and its eyes glowed like golden lanterns. The boy had never seen such a creature before. For a moment, he felt afraid. But then he noticed something strange. The giant creature wasn't attacking anything. It wasn't hunting. It looked sad. The enormous animal slowly walked toward a river and sat beside the water. The boy carefully watched from a safe distance. As the creature stared into the river, it seemed lonely. Very lonely. The boy wondered if the giant creature needed help. The next day, he returned to the same place. The creature was still there. And the day after that, it returned again. Soon, the boy realized the giant animal was searching for something. Each day, it wandered through different parts of the forest. Each night, it looked disappointed. One evening, the boy decided to secretly follow it. The creature traveled farther than ever before. Past waterfalls. Past caves. Past ancient trees older than anyone could remember. Finally, it stopped in front of a rocky mountain. There, hidden among the stones, the boy discovered something incredible. A giant egg. The creature gently touched the egg with its paw. The boy finally understood. The giant animal was protecting its baby. But the egg wasn't hatching. And the creature seemed worried. The boy wanted to help. The next morning, he gathered soft leaves. He collected warm moss. And he carefully built a comfortable nest around the giant egg. For many days, he worked alongside the creature. Slowly, trust began to grow between them. The forest animals watched in amazement. A small boy and a giant beast had become friends. Weeks passed. Then one stormy night, dark clouds covered the sky. Lightning flashed. Thunder roared. Strong winds shook the trees. The boy rushed toward the mountain to check on the egg. As he arrived, he heard a crack. Then another crack. And another. The giant creature stood up excitedly. The egg began to shake. Tiny pieces of shell started falling away. The boy watched with wide eyes. Suddenly, a small furry baby creature emerged from the egg. It looked just like its giant parent, only much smaller. The baby opened its eyes for the first time. The giant creature gently wrapped its arms around the newborn. For the first time since arriving in the forest, the creature looked truly happy. The boy smiled. But their adventure wasn't over yet. The storm continued to grow stronger. A powerful flash flood rushed down the mountain. Water crashed through the forest. Trees bent under the force of the rushing river. Animals scrambled for safety. The baby creature was in danger. Without hesitation, the boy sprang into action. He guided frightened animals to higher ground. The giant creature carried fallen logs to block the floodwaters. Together, they worked as a team. The monkeys helped from above. The elephants cleared pathways. The deer guided smaller animals. Every creature in the forest joined together. Hour after hour, they battled the storm. Finally, as dawn arrived, the rain stopped. The floodwaters slowly disappeared. The forest had survived. And so had all its animals. The days that followed brought peace back to the jungle. Flowers bloomed once again. Birds filled the sky. The river sparkled in the sunlight. The giant creature and its baby became beloved members of the forest family. The boy no longer felt like he was the only unusual resident of the jungle. He had found new friends. And the giant creature had found something it had been searching for all along. A family. Years later, travelers passing near the forest spoke of a wonderful legend. They told stories about a brave boy who lived among animals. A boy who protected the jungle. A boy whose kindness could turn strangers into friends. Most people thought it was only a story. But deep inside the forest, beneath the giant banyan tree, the boy, the giant creature, and their animal friends continued their adventures. And whenever the wind rustled through the leaves, it carried a gentle reminder. Sometimes the greatest friendships begin with curiosity. And the biggest hearts can be found in the most unexpected places.